Soul Garden. Live, love, be.
Hey there, philosophers, and welcome now to Wednesday. Well, for the Sagittarians, I'm predicting partly cloudy with a good chance of feeling quite vulnerable today. That's because the moon has moved into Cancer, which for Sagittarius means it's transiting your house of intimacy, okay? That means that your emotional life is really up in a very private part of your consciousness, the part that you only share with those you love the most, or also your more prayer side, the part of you that is connecting to the other side, the other realm, the soul collective, however you want to call it, that space we go into when we are privately with ourselves. So your emotions are touring that area or are pulled into that area. Now, for most signs, I find that this ends up in one of two things. Either you're feeling very vulnerable today because you're very private and the needs of the world are pulling you out, or you feel randy. You want to connect to people. So either way, your heart is in that realm. But here's the conflict. I'm leaning towards vulnerability. That's because the moon today is in direct opposition to the sun. That means they're 180 degrees apart. And what that ends up being is a tug-of-war between the needs of the heart and the needs of the sun. Now this actually happens every month, but it's not always happening across your vulnerability spot. So today I think for Sagittarius, you might feel a bit vulnerable. On top of that, the topic, of course, of the sun this month for all Sagittarius is you reevaluating your overall worth, your worthiness. It's in the house of self-esteem, money, and also values, okay, the second house, normally ruled by Taurus. So that means you're kind of intellectual and philosophical today. The day is actually ruled by Jupiter, your ruling planet. So today you're trying to grow and trying to understand your value. You're also repositioning your value in completely new ways. Ever since you had that evolution about a month ago where all those planets piled up on your sign, you're starting to see a new Sagittarius on the horizon. And in that, you're struggling or trying to figure out what your values are going to be and what you're going to value and how you'll make money. So today you might find a bit of a tug-of-war between that whole philosophy of you feeling valuable and strong and also the fact that emotionally you're feeling quite vulnerable. So therefore I'm wrapping up this reading and saying partly cloudy with a good chance of vulnerability. All right, Sag, that's all I have for Wednesday. See you tomorrow with more soul horoscopes. Live, love, be.
Soul Garden.